Hey, how's it going? Dan Mayo here. This is RuMayoNation Season 2, Episode 12? I think it's 12. 42 if you're counting. But yes. Okay, full disclosure, I'm like full Anchorman. I'm entirely unprepared for this.
Honestly,
Come on, give me a hand.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all.
Like, I weren't expecting to do one this week, so I thought there was a lot of moving parts this week. Turns out those moving parts have actually been moved to next week.
Andy's birthday party has been moved to today.
So just sort of forewarning, there's going to be a 1 week break next week. Couple of different things going on. I'm going to see my mum. I'm heading down to Chelmsford, and my wife, who exists and is, a part of the podcast now, having been featured on a phone call last week before. It's results day. She, again, for anyone listening out there who's, any lawman out there, she's a teacher, sixth form teacher, so it's like results day and stuff, so she will have to go in and sort that shit out, like GCSEs, etc. When you turn up to get your results. That's a lie, I've been less bothered about a lot of things. I have been far more bothered about other days in my life than that. I just didn't really give a shit. I didn't give a shit going into the GCSEs. I didn't give a shit coming out of the GCSEs. Like, I didn't do any revision because, for me, you either know it or you don't. Alright? You either know it or you don't. You can sit there for, you can make all the flashcards in the fucking world, mate. And do you know what? Maybe with my sort of, both 30s is the fact. ADHD diagnosis. Okay, maybe that was quite telling that I couldn't do anything with any kind of like forward thinking. And I could have just crammed the night before. I guess, kind of. But, you either know it or you don't. Do you know what I mean? Like, you either know that, 2/3 of the world's natural medicine come from the Amazon rainforest, or you don't know that. You even know that Esso was one of the controversial oil distributors that were responsible for a lot of the deforestation around the Amazon rainforest. Again, the only reason I know about that stuff is because, yes, I was offered tickets for a school trip to see the Arsenal. Okay, fine. But you either know the fucking, divorce beheaded died, divorce beheaded survived, and who that related to, Seymour et al., or you don't. And with maths, like T numbers, I don't know. In fact, I did my foundation maths paper like early, maybe like end of year 9 potentially, early year 10. I don't remember. But I passed that, got my C, and then I got entered into the higher maths exam because I was in the top set. But I was only in the top set because my form tutor was the teacher, and it was kind of just, I'll just have him. I'll just have him. I'll put him in the back of the room. And like, I had to still sit the exam, but I just drew a picture of a basketball hoop. I got 2 marks. Must have been a good picture. Wanted to get an art, didn't do it. I only did 4 GCSEs. English, maths, science, humanities, that's like history and geography and that. Again, see Arsenal trip. And then I did a BTEC, a certificate in sport. And I got an OCR in ICT. But I was only put in ICT because when it was options, like, it was made quite apparent by a lot of the sort of, fringe subjects that, like, they didn't want me in the groups because it'd just be a disruption because I'm not going to do it. Do you know what I mean? I'll be just so they put me in like a collection of other sort of Bash Street kids into ICT, into an OCR in ICT, and it just meant every Friday we were in a computer room for 5 hours, and even then we could kind of come and go as we pleased. Sometimes I go to Old Brook with Duncan and we just play FIFA and then pop back in. I think I googled train times and did a print screen of that and printed that off and put it in I had some treasury tags and for one bit of paper, and that's all I did in terms of work. But then I got an equivalent of a C in ICT. So, I just didn't really care.
Don't care.
Like, because it was like, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to college to do a national diploma in sports science. I don't know why I wanted to do that. Do you know what? That's one of my main regrets in life, actually. I didn't go down the more performance-based creativity route with like school, college, uni. But do you know what? There's a lot to be said for like opportunities for, I guess, working class people. Not in that they're probably worth things, but like I wouldn't even know where to begin. Do you know what I mean? It was like it just weren't a realistic option. It weren't something that was ever considered. Like my parent, solo, I guess, kind of. That's how I'd have to word it. Like, so I'm very much second child, right? Like, for my brother when he was going to secondary school, for some reason my dad reinserted himself into our life briefly. I wanted to sort of like look around different schools and that, but like he wanted to go to the school that all his mates went to. It weren't the greatest school in the world, a C OCR in ICT. But they had a little look at some other schools and that. But then I was very much second child, where it's like, well, you're going where your brother goes. So, and that's, I don't give a fuck, seriously. But like, it just weren't anything where like, it was kind of, there was no pathway laid out in which you could be like, hey, why don't you like pursue a career in like the arts, do something creative at school? And I think that's probably one of the biggest problems of school, to be fair, is that it's judging, you know, everyone like a fish trying to climb a tree. For some, you know, and other metaphors that are more coherent than that, delivered by more articulate people. But like, rather than being like, okay, clearly he's not one for academia, and I weren't stupid, that was the thing, like, I could do it if I applied myself. I was like stereotypical. He could do it if he just applied himself. But like, school just weren't working for me. Like, I got on with the teachers fine. In fact, Mr. James, who was like a right fucking strict bastard, like even said to me on results day, I remember, he shook my hand and he went, "You're all right, you. You're all right, you." And he was, do you know who he went on to be? Alan Partridge. "You're all right, you." Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, you're all right, you. I'd never want to teach you a day in my life, but like, you're a good lad." And that was kind of the relationship I had with most teachers. It's like, look, if you weren't in my classroom, we'd get on like a house on fire. As you're in my classroom, you do my fucking head in, I'm going to do everything in my power to destroy you and get you out of my classroom. But yeah, I don't know, it just weren't for me. But then rather than identifying that, and I won't be the only one, I know I'm not the only one, and being like, okay, well, let's give him, you know, let's find the horse for his course, or the course for his horse. Again, whichever way, all right? Miss Mulligan tried her best in English, but I was absent psychologically most of the time. And then literally quite often as well. But like, physically, I can't.
No, I can't. What? Physically?
But like, to just map out and go, do you know what? These are your options. Whereas it's just kind of like suppression, operation suppression. Do you know what I mean? So I knew I wanted to do in college, and I knew what I needed to do to get that. So I did the absolute bare minimum to get it, got it. And then when I was at college, and it was like UCAS season, like I applied for one course, one uni. And it's like, because I know if I was to go, oh, I have like a Dreamland one, have a, if it worst comes to worst option. I know if I do that, I'm going to go, what's it required to get to the worst comes to worst option? I'll just do that. So I was like, right, one course, one uni. I want to do PE teaching again. Don't know why. And then I was like, okay, what do I need? I think it was my initials. I think it was DMM, potentially, or DDM, distinction, merit, merit, or distinction, distinction, merit. And then I just got that. Okay, were there a lot of very late night assignments? Yes. Did at one point I have to be sick in a bin during a research methods lecture because I'd stay up all night doing some fucking, I don't know, components of fitness assignment? Yeah. Okay. Did I have an energy drink about 4 a.m. to give me that second wind? Yeah. Was the sick in the bin kind of like a luminous orange? It was. But yeah, I got it done. Got my grades, turned up to the uni interview, didn't wear smart clothes. Everyone all of a sudden after the practical is getting suited and booted. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I've just got my shorts and t-shirt that I'm wearing now. So I guess I'll just wear those. And then I got into the interview and they were like, oh, did you do your primary school placement? I was like, huh? Did you do your primary school placement? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. The pack we sent you, you had to go and get some, like, do some experience, like, at a primary school the term before the summer. I was like, oh no.
Oh no. See you later.
No, I didn't get a pack. And that was probably the same pack that said, like, wear a shirt. But, like, it should have occurred to me. That's what's meant to win it. It's only getting older that my brain's like, should it not have occurred to you that you're going for, like, an interview for a university? Maybe put on a fucking tie, mate. But, yeah, got on. Probably ticked a few boxes for them, quotas, etc. But, yeah, I just weren't bothered. Like, so she's got to go do that, which is why... And I've got the digression pad, but we've not even started yet, so it doesn't matter. That's why they won't be on next week, okay? That's why I don't have to do my own filing now. But yeah, there just won't be time, and I want to... Yeah, so just know there'll be a little brief hiatus. I'll be back, but it's planned. But yeah. And Joel, do you know what? Speaking of Arsenal, this is a lovely little segue. Let's have a little transition. I've got a new energy drink to try as well. There's just so much going on. I will get to, hopefully, bestiality and business cards. I've promised it for a while now, but we'll see what we can do, okay? Oh, that's a weird can. You know, in like the you know, in the I've said about my French teacher, right? Let's not go there again. You know, it's like a bit like flimsy. Kind of felt like that was going to go before. Oh my God, watching my two open a can, like a can of beans or whatever. They still ain't quite worked out the idea of like a pivot or a lever. Mouse isn't there. Like, so they get like a knife and try and jimmy the pool ring. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how would you survive? Right, anyway. Levi Roots. Do I do the voice? Jamaican sunset with a pinch of chili. Oh, that's regret. I don't do spicy food. I'm a bit nervous now. I don't get nervous, but I get a little bit.
Starting to get a bit shaky, you know? I mean, I'm a little bit.
Oh, it's not really well spicy, is it? Because I don't do spice. I've had certain jartikas and been like, right, that's enough. Let's just fucking relax. Get the yogurt, call the fire brigade. I don't understand people that like describe a curry they've had like it was an assault, like it's a good thing. Oh, it was lovely. I had a curry the other day, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, my eyes bled. My nose ran. My face stung for 4 years. My lips nearly fell off. Oh, it's beautiful. You're mental. Add some sunshine. We've had this. It's the same rhetoric. Okay. It can't be that spicy, innit? How much chili can they really get in there? It's hotter than the sun.
It's hotter than the sun.
No, it's such. Yeah. Okay, it's watermelon. Watermelon. That's a throwback.
I want a Malone instead.
And guava with a little bit of chili. Okay, the chili's fine. I'm not noticing it, which is typically a good sign. I'm obsessed with hot ones at the minute. You know, when they eat wings and answer questions. I don't watch them. I just flick through the thumbnails to see who's done it. Like, that's my watching things. Like, oh, yeah, you've seen this. Yeah, I saw the thumbnail for it. Yeah, definitely. Oh, did you see Noel Gallagher did hot ones? Like, yeah, I've seen the thumbnail. Yeah, definitely. It's on my to-watch list. Yeah, it's okay. Do you know, there isn't, like, it's not spicy, but I noticed the chili. I don't, it's bit Megan, I'm going to say it. Bit Megan. Like chili in food, you know, like chili chocolate and all of that kind of stuff. It's not really my bag. I don't know why you would want to take something which is perfectly lovely and then add spice. It's like, oh, got a lovely little bit of chocolate for you. Ooh, just going to introduce a slight amount of pain into it then. No, fuck off. Okay? Fuck off. Yeah, I'm not enjoying the flavour of this at all, I've got to be honest. But yeah, speaking of Arsenal, and we were, the Amazon, it has got a little bit of a kick to it. I don't know if that's psychosomatic though. I wonder if I'd have read the word chili, what I've noticed. To quote a certain Michael Vaughan, bit spicy that. Tailenders reference there. Good podcast if you're into cricket. If you're not, it probably isn't. Yeah, Arsenal. I took the lads to watch the Arsenal against Villarreal last week. And it was alright to be fair. Like, I'll tell you what is fuckery. Got the train tickets and stuff. That was all fine. But then, like, the tube, we ordered the bank cards. They didn't arrive in time. And now, like, they ain't got Oyster cards, obviously. They don't go to London enough to bother. But you can use your contactless in it. But they ain't got that. So kind of a bit like, oh, fucking, I don't know what I'm going to do it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But then got there. Bearing in mind, we got to London St Pancras. That has got a bit of kick to it, actually. I can feel it in my gums.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
That's annoyed me. I might have to break out the emergency energy drink in there. Cause no, we soldier on. We're men. We're men of esteem and integrity. But yeah, we're doing like 2 or 3 stops. St Pancras into Finsbury Park. Doing like 3 stops on the Victoria line. And I went to buy tickets for it. And then I get to the little kiosky bit, and it's obviously there's no one there. It's like a computer. And then it's like, oh, just so you know, it is cheaper to use like contactless, like far cheaper. And I'm like, yeah, no, I appreciate that, but again, I have kids with me, so I can't. And they're like too old for it to be free now. And they look it. You can get away with it for a little while, but they look it. It would have been £14 each. Oh, what each? £14. Oh, what each? For each. Oh, what each of us? That would be, again, carry the 2. That's like 28 and 32? No. 42. 42 quid for. So I was like, nah, no, I'm not having this.
Hold on. No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. No.
We're going old school, baby. So I was like, right, I'm going to beep it. We fucking all just shoved through. Did that. It was fine. To be fair, the first person when I started to complain about it was just let me through like the wider bit for like the disabled barrier. And then from then on, I was like, okay, well, it's lawless. It's lawless up in here for legal reasons. I paid for it all. I was just doing this as a bit. It's a joke, okay? So you can't do me for it. But yeah, went there. It was fine. Do you know what, right? You realise, and like, why would they know? But like kids, like they're great lads, okay? I'm going to preface it with that. They're great lads, but fuck me, they're stupid. Like, just in terms of like common knowledge, common sense, like we were travelling down from Bedford to St Pancras, and then we stopped again, like not quite everywhere, like Aspley Guys, but we stopped at Leagrave, and then Ben from Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men went, so what, are we like in Birmingham now? What? why would we be in Birmingham right now? So there's like a bit of, I think I've kind of ingrained this into them. Like, if they ask a stupid question, I'm like, I think you have all the information to answer this question. Or like, sometimes I have to just outright veto stupid questions. Like if we're watching the Arsenal or whatever. Because it's like, it's like a press junket, man. It's like a 90-minute press junket. It's like they just, like, and my wife, she's probably right. Like, it's just their way of connecting with you, blah, blah, blah. They don't have many people they can have these conversations with. And okay, fine. But like some of the questions are fucking stupid. So now what they do is rather than asking stupid questions, they just make stupid statements instead with an upward inflection at the end. So they'll be like, so what, we're in Birmingham now? No, we're not in Birmingham. Like, we're going south. Birmingham's north. And again, like, I guess why would they know that? But equally, like, why don't you know that? But then I say that out loud. Now sitting there thinking,
you're sitting there thinking,
went to Alton Towers once with my mum's mate Claire. She lived over the road. And she was lovely, like genuinely, again, preface it, she's lovely. But a couple of fries short of the full Happy Meal, I think, is fair, okay? Her then fella told her to turn off the barbecue, like a charcoal barbecue, told her to turn it off. She spent a good 25 minutes looking for a switch, okay? That's what we're talking about right now. But we went to Alton Towers, me and her, and it was a great time. A great time was had. I must have been about 15, 16. My mum was probably still buying my trousers. And it's in Stoke, I believe. Either way, it's up north. She, driving home, went north on the motorway because in her rationale for it, well, Northampton. Yeah, I guess you are right. I guess Northampton. So we should go north. But fucking like, we worked it out, didn't we? It was the north of the Hamptons. We've done this on an earlier episode because we really hit the hard hitting fucking bits of life. But yeah, she started going north from Stoke because Northampton. She also spent about 15 to 20 minutes looking for the hydrator ride to discover that the hydrator was in fact a drink shop. So, yeah, I can't get on them. They're 11. So, okay, maybe fine, fair enough. But yeah, just like, do you know, there's little things that bother me, right? So, for example, we're in McDonald's beforehand. And Bill from Bill and Ben went like, oh, where are the serviettes? And without even realising, I went, don't call them that. Like, I can't go like, where are the serviettes? Mate, we're in a McDonald's on Holloway Road. Like, napkin, tissue, dribble rag. Call it anything but serviettes, man. They're so middle class. Maybe you're going, what's wrong with that? Like, serviettes. Like, I tell you what, right, okay, I'll do you a solid. When we're in the Ritz, then you can call them serviettes. Until then, napkins, tissues, or use your forearm. Do you know what I mean? Most of the day was spent in the club shop to get their shirts printed, and it took fucking ages. It was full Lord Farquaad, mate. Like, you know, them look like slaloms, and they got their shirts, and it was all fine. But like, there's some nice gear in there, man. Fucking hell, but so expensive. It's so like the worst thing. I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Was when the Arsenal and Adidas started to like work together again. Some lovely gear. I got this like pinstripe baseball top, like burgundy baseball top. So fucking nice. Didn't get it there. Got it when I got home. Went to Sports Direct and it was. And my wife, who I think, do you know, because she buys clothes all the time, and like, I return most of them in her defense. I think to make herself feel better about her own spending habits on clothes, she's really like, you should get that. Go on, treat yourself. No, you never buy yourself new stuff. Buy this. Like this new t-shirt. I got a few new t-shirts from Matalan, and here's where it's fucked up, right? She's got to force me to wear them because I don't like unnewing things. Which, yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. But, like, I don't want to wear it. I don't want to unnew it. So I'll buy new things. Then I need to buy another wave of new t-shirts before I wear the previously new t-shirts. So I'm trying my hardest in this, but I'm not happy about it right now, okay? But, yeah, so, like, we spent a lot of time there, and it's fucking hot. And there was one moment where, so, naturally, because it's well busy, there were certain parts of the queue that were getting asked who they want because certain letters are disappearing, etc. Luckily, we kind of beat that cut-off point with the guys there with the clipboard. But the guy was like, so what we're getting? Okay, Eucharist, yeah, that's fine. Okay, what are you getting? Oh, we're getting Zubimendi. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, we don't have junior size of Saka. Whatever the fuck, right? One guy comes up and he's like, oh, I'm just getting personalised. And he was like, okay, so your name. And then the guy, you could see him just shell up, like prime Floyd Mayweather, just fully shelled up. He was like, so yeah, I'm just getting a personalised name. He's like, oh, right, your name. And then he went, lads. Sorry? Lads. You're getting the word lads on your shirt. Ah, God. I'm glad you're feeling embarrassed. You should feel embarrassed. Lads. Only second to like getting Masturbatinho 69 on your shirt. Lads. And like, just I don't get names on my shirt anymore. I don't buy the shirt anymore. I was explaining this to the lads in the queue. There's some nice tops this year, aren't they? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, I just don't get one because by the time we've bought yours, we're fucking skint. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, why do you think I've not bought myself one? Like, it's not because I don't want them. It's because you get them. But even when I do buy shirts, I don't put names on the back. I find it weird to have a name of someone younger than me on my shirt. And now it's the fact that we're in our 30s. That leaves not many players I can get. And the ones that are older, it's kind of like, yeah, they're usually not your best players. So, like, but yeah, we're in there and lads on his shirt. Some people didn't buy the shirt. Instead, they just painted it on themselves. There's this girl. I don't want to give her any sort of press. She's doing nothing wrong, I guess, but she paints the football shirts on her naked torso. And I know their argument would be like, you know, what's wrong with the naked body, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, equally, go be a trollop elsewhere. Because, like, it's all for, like, I'm pretty sure she's got, like, an OnlyFans and all that shit. And again, fine, do what you like. Like, seriously, do what you like. I've spoken about how that's, like, modern wave feminism is probably the best thing for women. Like, you're going to objectify us anyway. You know, if you're going to do that, then you might as well be fucking paying us to do so. But she was there with, like, the painted on top. And, like, I see her setting up the camera and all that kind of shit. And I've just had to, like, because they're at an age, like, they're just at the, like, sort of the tipping point of, like, coming of age of, like, hang on, what are those things attached to that female's chest? So they're like, come on now, I don't want this to be the catalyst. Yeah, so I had to, like, move them on from there. But I did my initial thought, because she just sort of corrals random men in. Like, what man agrees to that conversation, man? Hey, do you want to come and chat to this naked woman? Not particularly, no. Well, on camera, wouldn't think so, no. The only thing I reckon I would say in that situation is, fuck me, I thought the Puma kits were tight. That'd be all I'd have. Then it's like, what could we possibly have to talk about? Do you know what I mean? Is it a nice shirt? It is, specifically one that's made of fabric and not nipples. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, so just like scoot them along, watch the game. We lost 3-2. It's a pre-season friendly. So I was like, look, boys, you know, the atmosphere was so-so because it wasn't a Premier League game. But they had a good time. The train weren't too bad getting home. We managed to get on a decent train, get a seat as well. It didn't stop everywhere. I think it only stopped in like 2 or 3 places. But we sat on the train. And then Bill was like, so when's the train leaving then? When are we going? I'm like, mate, it's a train, not a limo. It's not like we're sat. Why the fuck are we not moving? Get Bitterman on the phone. Like, you have to just wait, man. Other people want to get on this train. It's due to leave at 9:15, so it will leave at 9:15. It's like, well, we're here now. So, and I can't blame him because, again, I had that attitude when I used to get on the bus. Like, why are we stopping here? I don't want to go here. But, yeah, it was fine. They had a good time. I nearly had an absolute fucking meltdown. I nearly crashed out, as all the kids say at the beginning. Trying to fucking, in the beginning. Trying to get the fucking parking, man. What is with parking apps? And I can't go there. I don't have the time. We've got to talk about bestiality. There's bestiality to talk about. I don't have time. But how many different... It can't go on like this, can it? It can.
It can.
My daughter says that now. It's so fucking funny.
It can't go on like this, can it?
It can.
Like, there's so many apps, and then you do it all. You put all your details in there. It's like, oh, payment failed. I just want to get on the fucking train. It's like, oh, to get a paper ticket, fine. Can I find a fucking machine that prints out paper tickets? Could I fucking buzz? So in the end, I had to, like all adults who are responsible for 2 children, I had to ring their mum and be like, I don't know what the fuck's it. She's like, I'll sort it out. Like, and then I get a text 5 minutes later, like, right, you're all good. Great. And then we can commence with me being the adult. All right? But, oh, yeah, that is not enjoyable at all. It tastes like pure gasoline. It's the chili, man. I do feel it a bit. And you'll probably be like, oh, you absolute pussy. Yeah, pussy. And you're right. I'll admit it. I'm not good with spice. Oh, unlike the people in Birmingham who love a bit of spice. Which I know because we just popped along there on the way to London. Oh, that's the other thing as well. Obviously, you know, the train's like, terminating at Brighton. They're like, what? We're going to Brighton? I'm like, no, we're not going to Brighton. The train sort of stops at Brighton. And then like, so we going to Brighton first and then coming back up to London. Why would we do it that way round? That's what I mean. Why should they know, I guess, but also why don't you know? My whole life is just that now, to be fair. Like, saying things and halfway through saying it being like, why have I started saying this? Why? Because I know they're now going to ask loads of stupid questions that don't make any sense to what I fucking said. They're not listening to the answer you give to the stupid fucking questions. But yeah, that's my life right now. Okay? That's my life. I'll tell you what's also part of my life right now. Golf. That's me playing golf. Broke my golf debut. Had my golf debut. Broke my golf duck. Do you know what? There was a lot of, like, yeah, laugh it up, guys. A lot of jokes from my mates been like, oh, no, you got the right temperament for golf, to be fair. Because apparently there's a bit of a conception about the place that I have a bit of a short fuse. Okay, I don't know where that comes from. It's a bit like when I used to be a supply teacher. I was working in this school. And the guy I was covering was quite long term. His wife was really ill. Like, you know, ill. So I was there until kind of that met its natural conclusion, and like obviously awful, horrible. Even worse was that the person I was covering, the partner sort of kicked on longer than anticipated, so he kind of had pulled the trigger early on packing in work, and that's great, obviously, but not ideal either, in the fact that he had to kind of return to work while it still weren't concluded. But he was returning to work, and a guy I got on with really well at the place was like, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how you two get on. I'm not sure if you'll clash or not. And I'm like, oh, what makes you say that? And he was like, because like you're both quite opinionated. And I was like, I'm telling you now, I literally had a conversation with myself ahead of it, because I get like, when I'm there for a long time, I start to give myself a bit of a sort of a brief to be like, all right, here's what you're not going to do. And one of the things I said to myself is, like, don't be too opinionated. Like, just kind of be quite passive, be quite agnostic, be quite apathetic towards everything. Just, be neutral, And I genuinely was making a real conscious effort to not rock the boat, to not, air my views on anything in particular. Just, easy breezy, baby, going with the flow. And he's like, yeah, she's both quite opinionated. I'm like, oh, fuck me. Imagine if I really just let myself go in these moments. The amount of rallies I would have started in that staff room. But yeah, so there was like a bit of a running joke where it was like, oh yeah, no, you have the right temperament for golf, to be fair.
Fuck shit. Fuck me in the fucking ass. Fuck you fucking stupid cunt. Monkey licking fucker. Fuck that.
Sorry.
Like, so my mate lent me his old clubs, and like, do you know what? I'm gonna say it, right? I don't care that you broke your elbow. No, I'm gonna say it. I was actually quite good. Like, genuinely, I mean, sure, I fucked a load into the bush. I bought a load of golf balls, because the day before, I was like, hang on, I don't have golf balls. How does that work? They're like, yeah, you'll need some. Oh, yeah, really? Okay. So I think I found or kept most of them. I fucked a few. A few just sort of went really flat, where I just didn't hit them right. I topped them. Apparently, that's a thing. A few went a bit wayward. But I'm going to say some of my work was actually fucking good. It got to the point where Masanov, the guy who went with me, went as a 4 and like played like Texas, I believe. Basically, whoever hits it the best, you go from that ball. And it was me quite a few times. I got a fair amount of times. It got to the point where Masanov was like laughing, because he'd be like, right, okay, you want to get on this club, just sort of punch it through the trees as best you can. Because I was in the trees, yeah. But I ended up fucking hitting it about 5 yards from the pin, from about 120 yards away. And there was others where he was like, yeah, just use the 9, because all the numbers do different things. I think it's like the face of the club or some shit. But he was like, yeah, go with the 9. You've been hitting really nicely with that. And I'd just be like, all right, what? And it'd be like, whoosh, again, quite close to the... And he was like fucking laughing. Whereas like, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, do you know what? A bit of a natural. He kept calling me Bryson. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing he's like a golf player that's really good. / might have a moustache. I don't know. But, yeah, one of the other lads that was there, Stefan, was like, oh, I'm not having this as your first turn. Are you like, have you been fucking... Are you sharking us? And I was like, no, seriously. Like, I hit some balls on a driving range when I was like 16. 16! But 16th. But yeah, no, I get it. Like, I'll be honest, by about hole 15, the sort of novelty had worn off. The dopamine had stopped flowing. But I was still enjoying it for what it was, but it wasn't a novelty anymore. I think I just got too good at it. Do you know what I mean? The challenge ceased to be there. But yeah, I was like, it was good crack with the lads. Like, it's good, you're shooting the shit, and it's good. But equally, I do get the whole like playing on your own. Headphones in, little audiobook, podcast, whatever the fuck, like, and away you go. Like, and I was saying that to one of the other lads who plays, Stefan, they were fucking good. They all play, so they're like fucking good. But like, or maybe they're not by other standards, but in terms of mine, I'm like, fucking mate, the way they're like whacking that ball, like with the driver and shit, it's crazy. Like, it goes straight and stuff, which is like, but like, he was like, yeah, no, I play all the time on my own. People are like, think it's weird, but it's just a great way of like getting in your own little bubble and stuff like that. Like, I genuinely get it. Like, will I do it? No, probably not, because I can't ever commit to things. I will do. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of it more than I actually like it.
I like the idea of it more than I actually like it.
But yeah, do you know what? How I knew I was doing all right is because Masanov eventually, when we'd be in certain situations, I'd be like, so what club am I using here, mate? And he would, oh, just use this. And he'd like chuck me one of his. And I think that was after about 4 or 5 holes where he went, oh, he's not going to like bend mine into the ground. But yeah, okay, cool. I mean, the next day, I was a little bit, I woke up thinking, I'm going to be fucking moving like Ozzy Osbourne for the next 48 hours. Like, I was a little bit stiff, a little bit tight. But not too bad, to be fair. It's quite an unnatural movement, but I think I took it in my stride. Oh my God, I've got to buy a new shirt for a wedding I'm going to soon. Like, partly because I've put a bit of timber on. And today's the day. Like, it can't go on like this, can it? It can. we're getting on it now. I'm logging my food and that. So I'm in a bit of a sulk about that. But I put my shirt on to see if it fit me for this wedding at the beginning of September. And I thought, okay, a bit of a trunk has formed again. Might be a bit tight there. I tell you where it's the tightest, mate. Across my back and shoulders.
Shoulder.
So I've just got fucking jacked, apparently. I'm like fucking Brock Lesnar. But literally, I put it on and it was like, so do you know what? Keep not going to the gym because I've not gone in about 3 weeks. But that's where the real gains are found. For more fitness tips, check out my fucking vlog. I'll tell you what was so funny at the fucking golf, to be fair. Proper, like, typical golfer, right? Overweight dude. But we allowed them to play through, which I think is like, because there's 2 of them and 4 of us, we might have taken longer. So it's like, right, you guys just overtake us, essentially, right? And we got a bit, just sort of a bit chatty because my mate left one of his clubs somewhere. And again, because my mate's just fucking, it's like Guantanamo Bay. One of the times he was asking to people that were going round, it was a pitching wedge or something like that, but he called it a pitching club, and for some reason that's like not what it's called. Again, it could have been, I have no idea. But then from then on, it was just literally, oh, did you find your pitching club in the end? Pitching club. We were asking this guy, did you see this pitching club? And he was like, oh, no, I don't think so. But just having a chat. I think Brad was like, oh, so which one of yours are you giving up for me then, sort of thing. Like, I'll have one of yours instead. But then, yeah, we were like, he was like, anyway, boys, thanks for... So they had their shots. He was like, anyway, boys, they had a caddy.
It's not a caddy, it's a buggy.
I would have liked a caddy.
It's still not a caddy.
But, like, they're fucking well expensive, apparently. I'd like to have had a bit of a zoom about on them. But he was like, anyway, lads, cheers for letting us play through. Bit annoying that we'll get home that bit earlier now and have to see the wife. And I'm like, oh, he's proper fucking, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm proper fucking boy. And, my mate Stefan was like, well, you don't have to go home. He's like, I fucking do. I've been divorced once. It's fucking expensive. And you think, okay. You know, you just get a bit of a whiff. Like Henri used to do it when Gerrard accidentally passed him in through on goal when he tried to pass it back to his goalkeeper.
Gerard Ordre, football back on, must win it. He has done.
You know when you know a bit of gold's coming. Like a proper bit of like casual fucking misogyny's coming. And yeah, sure enough. And so we were like just laughing and all that sort of shit. And then he was like, yeah, the divorce is fucking expensive. He's like, why do you reckon they name all hurricanes after women? And we're like, oh, here we fucking go. And he went, because when they arrive, they're warm and wet. And when they leave, they take half your house and the fucking cars. Oh my God. And then he just got in his caddy.
It's called a fucking buggy.
He just fucking tipped his hat and rode on. You're the fucking man. You're the blueprint. You're the blueprint, man. Yeah, that's fucking funny. What a lad. But yeah, it was good. Do you know what? Golf is okay. All right? It's okay. I did get a bit panicky before. I am panicking. Because I think my wife started. She's like, don't you have to wear like a collar or something tomorrow? And I'm like, I don't know. So I was having to like message the boys. Like, where are we going? Like, what could, like, it's like the basic crackhead course of Bedford. Like, don't worry, wear what you want. But yeah, I think I looked all right. I looked quite smart. So that's my... Oh, I realised you would have seen my burgundy top when I did the picture in. Nice, isn't it? Yeah, really expensive as well. Fucking unbelievably so, TBH. But yeah. Yeah, okay, golf is fine. And I feel like I was actually all right at it. I think they're going to go and play again, like down south of London with Masanov. I don't know if I'm available to do it, just in terms of calendar. But do you know what? If they were to come up again and go, do you want to do it again? I'd be like, yeah, for sure. I can imagine it gets really fucking expensive. Wouldn't buy my own clubs and shit. But yeah, golf. Despite what in between us, hey, gay outdoor lifestyle for fellas.
Gay outdoor lifestyle with fellas.
Fine. If that means we're gay, then I'm extremely gay. If you mean fun and carefree, I think it means the other definition.
If by gay you mean the Old English definition of fun, enjoyable, and carefree, then yes, it's extremely gay.
I think they meant the other definition.
Yeah, one of the reasons that like it has to stop, it can't go on like this, it can, is because like the amount of money we're putting into cafes. Like the next cafe we go to for a lovely, there's like a Biscoff Rocky Road there in a minute that is unbelievable, and I only tried that because my caramel shortbread weren't there, which might be the best one I've ever had, to be honest. But like go in there for just a little drink and a little bit of cake.
Sounds like you stuffing chocolate cake.
Because it's at the retail park, so we go there just for sort of, you know, get the daughter out a little bit, like, you know, she can mooch the toys, get a few bits, bin bags, all of that shit. But then it's like she'll start giving it, I want to go in the magic door shop, which is where the cafe is, it's a sliding door. It's not like a wizard there being like, you may enter yourself this riddle. But like, yeah, we need to stop because it can't go on like this. It can. But then we went to IKEA for a bit of food as well. And it's like, okay, this does have to stop though. Like, because IKEA, once again, added to the list of things that should have been cheaper, but ain't. Like, we got like some meatballs and chips. And for me, my wife, and daughter, who all exist, and it was like 30 odd quid. So no, it didn't used to be this way. Like, it can't go on like this, can it? It can. And yeah, the next, by the way, in the next calf, 2 things annoyed me. One, we had one of them fucking CBeebies mums. You know the mums that talk like, Oscar, that's lovely. So get the book of house. What noise does a giraffe make? What? Do you know where I learnt that? South Park, bigger, longer, uncut.
Make a sound like a dying giraffe. What's a dying giraffe sound like?
Fire tickets to Terence Phillips' Esther Fire, please. No. What do you mean no? No, we're not doing this. You know, it's like, you stop talking really loudly to your, like, no one fucking cares, lady. Like, I talk to my daughter pretty much, and my 2-step, like, kids, like I talk to anyone else. Like, maybe a bit more sort of softy with my 3-year-old daughter, but, you know, it's just like, you're not auditioning to do the little video package, promo package before fucking Moon and Me comes on. Don't know if that's even a show. No idea. But that's not what you, like, the CBeebies fucking casting crew aren't sat over there having a fucking little bit of misc of Rocky Road action, watching you to be like, I'll tell you what, she'd be really good introducing the fucking tweenies, wouldn't she? Hey, Miss Rachel, fucking wrap it up. Shut the fuck up, man. Pregnant again, reloading it, because it's like, I've been an insufferable c*** for the fucking 8-year-old and the 4-year-old. Soon enough, they're going to get to an age where they'll start telling me to shut the fuck up because I'm doing their head in. Better grow another one. Fuck me. Like, I'm sure she's a perfectly lovely lady, but equally fuck off. That's a... No, Tilly. No, we're gonna go. So we're gonna have our little bit of food now. Is everyone listening? Because this is how good I am with children. That's like the one that was in that pub before when I was having some breakfast with my mother-in-law and my wife. We then moved because she was doing that, and she was like, then the little girl was like, you'll remember, the little girl was like, Mummy, why did they move? And she went, oh, don't worry, darling, just some people don't like children. Don't mind children, it's their cunt parents that mostly bother me, darling. Fuck me. And you know what, you'd be fine if you weren't just being like I said, fucking, in my head now, in my mind, she's wearing dungarees and a pink t-shirt because she thinks she's Miss Rachel. Okay? And you're not. So have your little cake, stop your kids from fucking, booting anyone in the face, make sure they're not running around doing Nazi salutes or anything too mental, and that's good parenting in a calf, okay? Similarly, something that bothered me a little bit is there was a lad, he must have been about 13, 14, with his nan, and it was just them two, again, having a bit of lunch or whatever, and he sat there with massive fucking, can headphones on. He's just like that. And he's just eating, and his nan's just sat there sort of just sipping a little tea and that. And I'm just kind of I'm like, what are we doing here? So I pointed out to my wife, I was like, you see that? She's like, well, she couldn't turn around at that point. And I was like, it's just like a kid with their grandparent, but they've got big headphones on. And she was kind of going oh yeah, maybe the nan doesn't mind because she wants a bit of peace. And then she turned around and saw the dad was about 13, 14. She was, oh, right, I assumed you meant like a little kid. And I was like, okay, fine, I get that. It was like a 4-year-old, and the nan's like, right, if that gets this little fucker to shut up for a second, I could do my crossword. But it was like a 13, 14-year-old lad. And I had a great relationship with my nan. So maybe that's kind of making it a bit more biased. But how are we now allowing that? Because when I pick my lads up from their dads or whatever, my rule is kind of no phones, no headphones. I'm not a fucking Uber. If we're in the car together and you want some entertainment, then chat to me. I'm gonna maintain that forever. Oh, we'll go to this house party, blah blah blah. Can you run me there? Yeah, cool, man. But you're not gonna sit with fucking headphones on like I'm driving the team bus. I don't know. I was kind of a bit that's not all right, is it? That? And I know that you see kids hanging about together and they've got their fucking earphones in. This old man yells at cloud. I get it, but it is fucking weird. I don't know, man. But yeah, and that's calves. Oh, fucking hell, yeah, as well. Well, of course, one of the kids of the knockoff Miss Rachel had fucking ear defenders on when they left. And do you know what? Maybe that kid's a fucking genius. He's pretended to be skittish around loud noises, and actually it's just a ploy to have her sound a bit fucking quieter. So, no, this is my way of stopping you from sounding like you're fucking 20 decibels above what a normal fucking person should talk like. Do you know what? That kid's a fucking genius, fair play. But in general, I get it. Listen, some are very heavily autistic, and it's sensory overload. They crumble, they don't like it, it helps them, fine. But there is a disproportionate amount now of children wearing ear defenders. And again, if you have the fireworks, even then I'm saying a bit Megan, right? Okay, I'm going to just say it, right? It's very old school parenting, but life's loud. Fireworks are loud, get the fuck on with it. Now, this is someone whose ears are absolutely fucked from years of DJing, fine. Should have probably wore earplugs, fine. But It can't go on like this, can it? It can. What are we doing? Like, my daughter's a bit like with noises. She sort of stims and so we feel like she might possibly, because again, I might possibly. Okay, fine. But it's like, yeah, life's loud. Get used to it. Okay, get used to it. But I say, I think in that one, I want to give him a little spud and be like, yeah, I get it, man. If I could have worn ear defenders the whole time your mum was here, I fucking would have done too. Oh, quick thing as well in next. Like, my wife had to take Libertine to go for a wee. And I was sort of mooching about. And then I heard two employees talking to each other. And then one went to the other. I was in bed by like 9:30 last night. Then I woke up at 7:30. So, yeah, I got a good night's sleep. I can't work. I'm not good at maths. I can't work exactly how many hours it was. And then the guy replied, oh, yeah, beats me as well. Maths is not my thing. So I couldn't tell you either. I'm like, it's 10 hours. Like, I'm not being funny. I stopped doing maths in year 9.
Quick maths.
9:30 until 7:30. Right? So 9:30 till 9:30 would be 12 hours. Carry the 2 quick maths. Take 2 away from that. It's 10 hours. And it's like, these people can vote, and their vote, on today's edition of These People Can Vote, and their vote counts just the same as your vote. I went to bed at 9:30 last night and woke up at 7:30. I can't tell how many hours that is, but I can tell you it was quite a lot. I mean, it's hardly fucking, they set off from the such and such station at 4:72. The wind going this way was 17 miles an hour, creating a friction point of... It wasn't like that. It wasn't one of them fucking questions, was it? It was, how long did I sleep last night? I went to bed at 9:30 and woke up at 7:30. It's not fucking Mensa, is it? Fuck me. Oh, speaking of which, this could go in the category of people are allowed to vote and their vote counts just the same as your vote. It was a story, and again, once again, it's a well-trodden ground. The article is maybe deliberately headlines, deliberately misleading, probably in order to get these comments. Fine, willing to accept that. But it was motorists fined £300 for going 59 miles an hour on a UK motorway. Now, the story is, it was on a temporary speed limit of 50, so they're going 9 over the limit. That was the actual story. I know what they're doing. It's wanker behaviour. It's shit, twatty journalism. Fine. But this comment is still not excused by that fact. This is from, I'll block it out, but this is from John. Never heard of that, Sal. You get fined for 2... Right, this is a fucking enigma. This is like I am... This is the sort of way that people on the other side communicate through people like John Edwards. They want to just acknowledge. I want to acknowledge this riddle that they've set, that your grandma has set, rather than just being straight with you. She's given us a riddle to work through together, okay? Never heard of that, Sal. You get fined for too slow or too fast. It's fucking John, mate. Stop drinking from 8 a.m. Stop drinking from 8 a.m. or go and get a CT scan of your brain immediately. Like, what have you done for a career for the past 30 years? Tested how dangerous bricks are if they land on your head. Fuck me. Thing is, though, he's typed out and gone, yeah, that's about right. No! And in today's world, there's no excuse for that because phones want you to write coherently. Like, it's not like back in the day of predictive text where you're just trying to keep it short and sweet. Like, because it's 10p ago and you want to kind of keep it in a certain, like, character count. This isn't Twitter, John. You've got as many, believe me, some of the long-ass fucking statuses I have to fucking see on my wall. You've got the time, you've got the space, write things correctly. That makes no fucking sense. Jesus fucking Christ. No wonder he's so passionate about it. He's probably been hit by about 10 cars. Oh, do you know what? I'm sorry to do this to you. I don't know if we can probably get to bestiality, maybe. The business card might have to wait. Oh, there's been so many things, and the time's running because it always is. Because there's so many. Oh, do you know what? I went into this episode being like, have 3 bullet points, Dan, because you're gonna, there are so many things to say.
There's so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it.
I bought a chair, and right. I'll do the chair story next week. I know, right? The week after. Oh, you got to wait 2 weeks for that chair story. It's not even that good. Here's my official Megan of the week / 2 weeks. It's going to tide us over.
Excuse me, Megan? That behaviour's unacceptable. I don't like it.
2 things that need to get their shit together for how they come out. Piss from a standing man and tomato sauce. Okay? Sort your shit out, man. Like, I had one of them ones where, and my wife was brushing her teeth at the same time, where I was able to evidence the fact sometimes there's nothing we can do. One of the piss goes to Northampton, the other bit of piss goes to Southampton, and there's nothing you can do about it. I stood there just pissing, and out of nowhere, it just went, whoop, it was fucking full Paul Walker. Forget about it, cuh.
I said forget about it, cuh.
Full Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, separating off on the fucking, on the motorway bit. There's nothing I could do. And in the way, I was like, we can't stop it, okay? We can't stop it, right? You can. You probably could, but it takes a real effort. I'm like, see, look, there's nothing I can do about this. While I was like pissing down my shin and on the floor while the other bit was going on, like the fucking toilet lid that was lifted up. I'm like, this is what I'm saying. There's nothing you can do about that. It was all going fine. Until eventually it just went, now, do you know what? The different strands of piss are now counter magnets. They're going to go, whoop. Nothing I can do about that. And then tomato sauce, man, you shake it up. You go like this. You line it up above the bread and you squeeze it. And rather than go in, it goes... Okay? That's all I have to say about that. While stifling a chili burp. Sort your shit, man. Fucking Jesus. Megan.
Megan?
I'm not even going to get to bestiality because we have to talk about this guy because he's going viral as fuck. And I can't ignore him. I wanted to talk about him last week, didn't get the time. How about that Ibiza final boss? And do you know what? I saw it last week before it kind of went mainstream. Like, because I was kind of there before it was popular. And I was going to talk about it. Ran out of time. Obviously. Repressing things came up. And, like, then it got a lot of traction. Like, a lot of traction. I'm seeing, like, bored in a private jet and stuff. What the fuck is life? But for a couple of days there, I was like, oh, do you know what? I won't. Like, A, bit hacky. But B, like, I don't know. Like, do we need to pile on? He's got a shit lid. Who am I? Do you know, who am I to discuss that? But then he's kind of owned it. And he's done videos. And, he called himself the Ibiza final boss and all that kind of shit. So, okay, fuck it. Do you know what? If he's happy to kind of grab it and run with it, then there's no harm. Do you know what I mean? So, and what it was. And I love... one thing I love is, like, seeing a good video. Like, you see the guy who... and I'm going to... do you know, I think I might have spoken about this in the past. My Patreon, eventually, when it gets going, I want to do, like, a clip and comment, like, show, because I fucking love it. There's the guy who's, like, they've just got married, and he walks in with his wife, and he jumps and headbutts the door frame.
Mr. and Mrs. Christopher Myers.
Like, full-on Super Mario would have got the fucking, like, the superpower out of it, like, whack. And he just starts, he goes up bright red, and he just starts clapping, like, so, the comments are so funny. Like, but this one, the comments are fucking killing me, man. And by the way, if the comments are put to, like, music, with, like, AI reading it, forget about it, man. It's, like, the funniest shit in the fucking world. There's nothing any comedian can say or do that's as funny as that. But that, oh, mate, the fucking hair on it. He's got such a square head as well that it... Yeah, it's a strong look. It's a strong fucking look. We'll give him that. He looks straight out of Minecraft. But some of the comments killed me. So this is what I'm saying with Emma. Emma went, I actually feel sorry for this guy. He's all over this app. He's having fun and obviously likes his hair. That's all that matters. And I do agree with that. Like, I can't stress that enough, man. You do you. I dress like a fucking dickhead a lot of the time. I get a lot of shit for it. But pictures like this, like this is why the internet remains and always will remain undefeated. But 100% Scouser, a picture from the fucking plebs. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. But there was one that absolutely got me. And I don't think it's particularly original, but I enjoy it every time. Obviously, one's what the barber does for a living. This one. Short back in the Battle of Hastings, please. Like, fuck off with that. Short back and the Battle of Hastings, please. Fucking leveled me. I might as well taken a fucking, what were they called? Pike. I might as well taken a pike to the chest because I was down. I was fucking down. For some reason, I want to play Super Mario. God knows why. When you have the signing of the Magna Carta at 5 and Carl Cox at 9, like, fucking man. Yeah, it's a fucking look. We'll give him that. Club at 9, Battle of Hastings at 1. Just realised that was his hair. Thought it was a hat. Just, like, and he has got a little bit of a thatch issue. He has got a bit of a thatch issue at the top. And do you know what? Fine. Good luck to him. I'm quite fortunate there. Say, my widow's peaks become widows thoroughly searching, but I'm all right there. When that starts to go, I'm probably going to have to go fucking full Bic. But I don't feel like it will. But yeah, fuck me. Short back and... what is it? Short back and sides of the Battle of Hastings, whatever the fuck it is. Fucking honestly. But yeah, he's now been on, like, fucking private jets and that. He's like the new Hawk tour. He's going to have his own fucking, like, digital currency come out. They'll eventually stiff people over. Short back in the Battle of Hastings, please. But yeah, fuck it. He's having a good time. He's hurting nobody. His barber's probably feeling a little bit insecure. But then, do you know what you got to do what they're going to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, if he sits down and give me this, fine, fuck it. Get the bowl. If that's what he wants, he's paying. You do what you got to do. I don't like barbers taking liberties where it's like, let me tell you what you should have. Although there's an argument for a bit of that. What there isn't an argument for is when my barber, back when I used to go to one, casually just fucking thinning out my eyebrows. That fucking shit stops immediately. Pretty right to do it, to be fair. But yeah, fuck me. That dude is everywhere at the minute. But let me just give you a bit of a PSA. If he comes out with some sort of digital currency, don't get in on it. All right? If he starts a podcast, again, I'm not going to cast too many aspersions here. And I'm aware it is pot calling the kettle very fucking black. You could probably give it a miss. Okay? I could be wrong. I just feel like the hair is kind of him. You've seen the hair. You get it. You can just get on with your life. But yeah, there you go. Ibiza Final Boss engaged. Fucking holidays, by the way. Everyone goes on holidays, and it's like, I've not gone on one since like the Vietnam War. We're going to try and commit to going to one next summer. That's the plan. That's the plan. Because my wife was like, you know, if we didn't have the dog, you know, I'd be tempted to just pay for a few days away from me, you, and Libs. And it's like, no. If we're going on holiday, we're not taking the kids. Because that's not a holiday. That's just parenting somewhere else. Okay? And fuck that. That is just parenting with less of the things you'd have at your immediate disposal. How about we don't, ladies and gentlemen? EasyJet don't. Right, I've cucked you again with the bestiality, and I'm so sorry. Okay? But we needed to talk about him. Right. Favourite memories. Fucking raw! And then we get out of here. For those who don't know, we're going to our favourite memories. Judge myself based on the posts. Okay? Oh, man. It's another one where I've enjoyed a comment. And it's the headline. I think I spoke about this on the podcast last season. 2 brothers killed by train during memorial for other brothers struck in the same spot. Someone commented, were they a family of lemmings or what? Fuck off with that. But yeah, they like going to, you know, I'm very chubby. Like, I can't believe I lost Steve this way. Just stood in this exact spot. Just didn't see the train come in. Why weren't there more signs? Why was he so stupid as to be this close to the... For fucking lemmings. Fuck off. Internet. Undefeated. And still. But yeah, fuck me. 7 years ago today, this meme, and I just enjoyed it. And who would have known? Who would have known that at one point I'd be listening to that game played live, actually missing the beginning of it because I was buying alcohol. Oh, it took so fucking long. They had 6 people on the fucking bar. 5 of them were just standing there with half-filled cups, with half-filled bags with cups in it. I'm like, hey, how about just 2 of you do that? Do you know what I mean? And then carry the one, and then the others serve the fucking pints up, man. 8 years ago today, we arrived at our Haven holiday. We went on with the boys, and this is what I'm saying. We went to watch Arsenal Leicester. It was Alexander Lacazette's debut. We won 4-2 in the end. 25 minutes into the game, one of them was jumping around on the bench. I think it was Ben of Bill and Ben. Fell over, cracked his head off the fucking bench he was sat on. Immediately, you're just parenting somewhere else. Do you have your usual shit you could use to help him out in this moment? No, you don't, because you're not at home. Okay? And fuck me, when we went to McDonald's, pre-needing the serviettes, Bill just fucking punched these chips all over himself. He's that kid. Like, when M took them to the cinema... TV's out everyone's popcorn, remember? He dropped it. When I said about him punching the chips all over himself, she said, oh yeah, when we got McDonald's before the cinema, I did the same thing. Man, learn. And do you know what's crazy? When he did it, he didn't even react because it's just that part of the course. Like, well, I've got chips. I'm going to punch them over myself. But yeah, fuck me. I say it's not a holiday. You're just parenting somewhere else. 9 years ago, I just made a comedy set really work in a packed out open mic with 19 other musical performers. Am I a comedic deity? Maybe. They could be tough gigs. That was the Sunset Lounge and ended up being just a really good time. They really dialed in. Like, just to let you in, like, if you're doing stand-up and it's a mixed bill of different things, like a variety act, it's fucking hard work. Because if it's just an acoustic playing and a guy's just singing a few tunes, you can kind of get on with your shit and then turn and clap at the right moment. Stand-up don't work like that. I need you to listen to the start or the ending's going to make no fucking sense. Some would say it never does anyway, okay? Listeners of this podcast probably will agree. One of them, like, you know the chocolate fondue things, but it's KFC gravy? Seriously, take all my fucking money. Arctic Monkeys, I'm raving about them. Apparently rumours of a new album for them. How about we don't, ladies and gentlemen? Alex Turner, stop playing your old tracks slower than they were at the beginning. Don't. And you might just be a pleb and say, oh, you don't get it. Yeah, you're right, I don't. Okay, I don't get it. The last 2 albums, I don't get it. Okay, if I was in a lift, I would be okay with it being on. That's about it. If it was an Alex Turner solo album, fine. It's not Arctic Monkeys. 13 years ago, I hate bronze medals. They just look shit, like a crappy 1p coin. I agree with me from 13 years ago. I'm just commenting on the Olympics, apparently. My Reading ticket came in 2011 as well. Okay. Oh, fucking yes. Playing Blood on the Clock Tower. That's a good game. I ain't got time to get into it too much. It's fucking good. It's like a big like social deduction kind of game. You get like, you have like your character and then you get certain powers and you're in this sort of like circle. And like, I played it with like people online. There's like Americans and all sorts. And like, I was fresh meat, man. So they just fucking abused me, I think. Like, I just did not know what the fuck was going on. There's so many different roles and, you know, the empath knows. So there's a load of good guys and like 2 or 3 bad guys. And the good guys' job at the end of each day phase is to vote off and kill the bad guys, eventually killing the big bad. If they manage that, the good team win. If the big bad survives to a certain point, the baddies win. I feel like I explained that so badly, so I'm going to come back in and just, but essentially, it's like, I guess, the most mainstream example I can give you. It's like Traitors, the TV show, but not shit, essentially. And I know it's going to draw some heat because everyone's like, oh, it's so good. If you think that's good, check out Blood on the Clock Tower, or even Secret Hitler, and not in a fascist way, or what's the other one that's good? Avalon. Yeah? Okay, board game geek shit. I'm multifaceted, and by that I mean I have lots of interests that I pick up and drop like a hot bag of shit. Okay. And you go into little secret private rooms and chat to different people. Sometimes sort of half say what you are, hint at what you might be, and then you try and work out who you can trust, who you can't. So the empath, for example, will be in the circle. They'll know if the person to their right and left is good or bad. They'll just get told in the night, hey, you know, because if someone dies, the next person they'll find out about, so it might be in their power to, or in their benefit to kill the person off to their right, because that will then give them a better view of the person next in line. But the empath could be poisoned by a poisoner as one of the bad guys, which means they'll get false information. So they'll get told, yeah, there are 0 bad guys next to you, when actually there could be 1, but they're poisoned. Like, it's just fucking good, but it's intricate and it's intense, but it is, yeah, fuck, it's good. Again, I wish I could have more time to do things like that. Oh, don't even get me started on this. I'm going to just say this before I go. My neighbour, and I know it's like an ongoing bit now between us, but it's like, oh, have you watched any of those films? Because he sent me a list of like, it was like all films rated like 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know when a film's so shit that it's like then good to watch?
You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
And I was like, oh man, that's fucking great. He messaged me this morning being like, how many of them films have you watched? I'm like, none. Like, I have no time. And he was like, yeah, heard that. And of course, he's getting a Stanley from The Office staring gift back. But then he was like, I've still not finished cleaning my office. I only got to play the first couple of stages of the game Eartheon, which I'm pretty hyped for. Brackets, old school shooter like R-Type, so I'm assuming not your jam. I only watched like 4 episodes of like a show. Not sure I'm on board with it yet, blah, blah, blah. That's no time, apparently. I replied, I wanted to make myself a drink, but I had to go and get Libs's pony hairbrush instead, and then I got the wrong one, so I had to find the right one, the one with sparkles in it, otherwise she would have kicked the fuck off. That's the sort of no time I'm talking about! And that's why when we go on holiday, we're not taking a fucking child, because that's not a holiday. It's just parenting somewhere else, less convenient and more fucking hot. And for more tips on when to not go on holiday, check out my weekly brochure. Yeah, we're going to be all good now, we're done. Sorry, I know... Bestiality and business cards. I can show you it. The business card exists. It's not like an ongoing bit. It's here. All right? I'm not going to show you too much in detail. You might be able to pause it. I don't know. But I'll endeavour to try and contact it. If I don't get done for soliciting, which I think is a crime.
They want to do some business.
What sort of business?
Sex.
And yeah, bestiality. I don't know legally where I stand on being able to clip that and put it on YouTube either. I'm going to have to just chat to my lawyers who are sort of shaking their head in the room right now. But yeah, cool. Again, a little week off next week, but I'm back the following week. Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe, tell your mates, all that kind of good shit. I appreciate you all. Yeah, I think yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. Usual shit. Shut up then. I'm so good at golf now. I'm gonna go just hit some on the back 9. I don't know what that means. Okay? But that's what I'm going to do. And that's golf.